What's up, guys? Figured I'd make a video or another video on my modded Buck 110. As you can see, this has been used and carried heavily. I could clean up the brass with some brass cleaner if I really wanted to, but I don't really care to. I kind of like the way it looks like that. It's a thumb stud. It's one of the ones you just put on there and just screw on. Hold on. You can see. It just screws on a little Allen key. It stays pretty good. I mean, it hasn't loosened up on me, and I've been carrying it for weeks now. My buddy put a pocket clip on it for me. He tapped it, and then he used these are actually tungsten carbide screws. He says he works at a big machine shop here in Virginia. Huge machine shop. So this was not that big of a deal to him. He tapped out the brass, reamed out the holes a little bit on this pocket clip to fit these bigger screws, which are really strong. Tungsten carbide. You know what that is. I mean, it's really strong. They're indestructible screws. Pocket clip doesn't move at all. Solid. Good retention in the pocket. I'm not sure if this pocket clip is titanium or stainless. I think it's stainless. But pretty deep carry. Not too deep. It's pretty much exactly where I wanted it. I marked it and mocked it up for him, and he did all the drilling and tapping and provided the screws and reamed out the pocket clip. I provided the pocket clip, and that was it. He did the rest. So now I can comfortably carry this this 110. Sure, it's heavy, but it's not any heavier than 9 out of 10 ZTs. I think this knife weighs like 7 ounces or something. But to me, the Buck 110 is a pretty hard to use folder. I've had a bunch of these, and I've never had a lock fail on one of these, ever. Backlocked all the way down here, so it's pretty strong. This knife has, as all of you know, I think it's like 420 carbon steel, so it'll patina a little bit. Mine has. I don't know, Buck 110s don't necessarily always have the most solid lockup, but backlocks in general don't have the most solid lockup. This one's pretty solid, though, surprisingly. Really solid. That's pretty much how I close it. Centering, it ain't perfect, but it's not terrible. But with this pocket clip, mainly, I could do without the thumb stud. It's not an absolute necessity for me, but the pocket clip is. I know a lot of people say, well, the fun of the Buck 110 is carrying in the sheath, and that's how it's meant to be. Not for me. I will not carry this in a sheath because I don't like wearing sheaths. I just don't enjoy it. I carry this knife all the time now that I have the pocket clip on it. I just really enjoy carrying it. It's slim, fits in the pocket great, doesn't take up much pocket space. Like I said, it's not too heavy for me. It's a great hard use folder. It's cheap enough so if you do want to do something dumb, you could. I wouldn't with this one. This one has sentimental value to me, but my wife got it for me. But and then my buddy pimped it, I guess you could say. But I really enjoyed carrying it. I know a lot of people asked who did this to this knife, and it was a friend of mine. He does not pimp knives per se. I mean, he did this one, but he's not going to do any more. I mean, he might for me, but that's about it. It took him a while to do this one just because he's such a busy guy. He was going to, and he still might, drill out and press fit a real thumb stud into this blade if he can do it without it cracking, he said. But I don't know. I don't necessarily need that. I just wanted the pocket clip. But now that I have that pocket clip, it's fantastic. And these screws look cool. to me. They're not your typical pod clip screws. They're pretty neat looking. But yeah, that's it. It carries fantastic, and I really love it now. I like carrying this and then carrying like a dragonfly or another little small knife. This being my main carry. I really enjoy carrying a Buck 110. If you don't have a Buck 110, you should get one. I think they're sweet. And I don't think there is a knife that feels better in reverse grip to me, but with this ramp right here. But that's just me. Big knife. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's my Buck 110 with its modifications. Pipe clip, thumb stub. Pretty cool. I really like it. If you have any other questions or comments or whatever, just let me know. All right, later, guys.